How you guys doing? This is very important. I don't know who the man is that knocked on the door at 3:15 this morning, but somebody needs to. He didn't say anything on the answering machine or the cameras, and that's not how you deliver anything to a person's address. When the camera comes on, it says leave a message. Didn't say nothing. So obviously he's working for somebody in government or something. I don't know. But anyways, there's supposedly a police report of Frank Sinatra stalking my mother in Indianapolis when my mother had built a mansion on the north side of town. And when my mother went back to New Jersey, or she had went back to LA or Beverly Hills, and they had blocked me from the mansion, or they kidnapped me from there before. So check the record in reference to the mansion in Indianapolis, in reference to the government kidnapping me from that mansion in Indianapolis, Indiana. And there was also a report, possibly, you have to check the information, that Ronald Ray and Frank Sinatra and possibly Robert Ray, and maybe some other people, had entered the property and they had beat up on my mother in that mansion. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but we'll have to see what the police report says on that date and time. Plus, there was another time where my mother had to run into the Mercedes dealership, possibly on 96th Street, because Frank Sinatra was trying to murder her. I don't know if the Mercedes dealership has that on record or if the police have a record of that. Reference to my mother, Doris Duke, when she came into town back then, that Frank Sinatra and his goons or his people was running after, or they were trying to scare my mother. You guys have that on record? You guys need to check the information. I'm not sure if that's, what the exact details are of those times and dates, but somebody needs to look at that. But they had said that, or somebody had said that Ronald Ray and Frank Sinatra was holding onto the keys to a mansion or something, and that Ronald Ray had snuck into the mansion and stole possibly a menorah, a Jewish candle holder, and the way he was trying to steal it, I'm not sure. But then they said that he threw it in a trash can somewhere because he tried to take it to a pawn shop or something. I'm not sure if that's true or not. Never received a police report. But if somebody has that police report, then they have to get prosecuted on everything, whoever these people are. And whoever that man is that carries a clipboard that showed up this morning at the house 3:15, I don't know that person. And that's not how you deliver a package to a person's house. And the cops even drove right by him, so obviously the cops possibly know who he is. Somebody tried to say he was trying to serve a warrant. You can't get a warrant. You can't even subpoena me into court for nothing. You're obviously thinking I'm a common person, aren't you? I don't know what what he was trying to do. I'm not friends with that person. Never seen him before. Don't want nothing to do with him. Don't care who he is except for prosecuting him if he works for somebody in government. But this guy, I don't know if it's the same guy, but he looks smaller. He looks skinnier than the other guy. The guy in the orange and red. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the same guy. Maybe it's just a lighting difference. But in reference to the situation, I don't want that man knocking on this fucking door. Or knocking on the door at 3:15. So, whoever he is, need to file a police report, because that's not the way you deliver a package to a house. If he was delivering a package, didn't say what he was doing. And the first message he left, he was like, "Go ahead and open up this door." Remember that? Like he thought he knew me or something. I don't fucking know that person. I don't know that man at all. So you need to order him into court and find out where he came from, or nobody knocks on my fucking door at 6:30 in the morning. And my mother, Doris Duke, had specific instructions in reference to celebrities that would try to get in contact with me. And my mother had specific instructions that people aren't supposed to be approaching me or approaching the house with cruel intentions or bad intentions or harmful intentions or any type of political or government tricks. Or anybody's tricks of trying to rape me or trying to abuse me. Or trying to trick me to open up the door for some hitman or some assassin or something. I don't know who the person is, so I don't know it. He didn't leave a message, so I don't have a clue. I guess they got to do another survey document and have all the cops sign it, asking them if they think that I'm a common person. And we know my mother, Doris Duke, filed restraining orders against the Ray family back in the 80s, but obviously they covered it up and they had kidnapped me again, and they had held me hostage, or one of their relatives in law enforcement or in politics was involved in covering up the restraining orders against the Ray family, where they had kidnapped me again from my mother and father's mansions back in the year, 93 or 94. Anyways, very important. Role protocols in the media. It's documentation of who I am. Everything about my anatomy and my body is documented and copyrighted, protected. Anybody damaging anything or trying to hurt me or trying to steal from me or trying to rape me must get prosecuted. Not going to play nobody's tricks. Don't want nobody's bullshit baggage. Don't want nobody's games or nobody's bullshit. And we know people are listening on the phone. We know there's people on the cameras. We know there's people that are watching from satellite. And we know there's bad people watching from satellite, and they're the ones zapping me. There are some satellite controllers that are watching the other satellite controllers, and they're the ones that are calculating or documenting things that these people have tried to do to me. When they've zapped me and burnt on me with satellites, or when they've blocked me from monies that I was supposed to have received or something. So in reference to anybody knocking on the door, I did not receive a notification. And if any dirty government man or court judge tried to ever make some type of subpoena, you're going to go to prison. If any court judge or any attorney or any person in law enforcement stole any sperm or hermaphrodite egg, or any medical person, you're all going to prison. That's facts. Role protocols in the media forever of my identity, and it does say what my status is. And it says government can't ever be illegally searching me. Oh, and in reference to anybody that ever tried to strip search me, such as medical people injuring me, or people trying to rape me, or people trying to steal body parts, or penis size, or anything, or genetics, or reproductive organ genetics, they must get prosecuted.